Alright, so just been out on the TRK502 X by Benelli. It's their new adventure model, so the 19-inch front wheel spoked and 17-inch rear spoked. New rear shock in it to give a bit of longer travel suspension. Definitely sits a little bit taller than the stock model. Seat height's about 880, 890, so a little, well, quite a fair bit taller than the standard TRK502. It's got the new high lift exhaust. Parallel twin engine, 47 bhp, 502cc. Comes with everything as standard: the engine guards, hand guards, decent sized screen. I think the LED lights, not totally sure on that, I'll have to check. USB charger just down there, which is quite a nice touch. It's got removable inserts in the foot pegs, so you can get through to some grippier tooth pegs underneath that. Rear rack is standard. Decent sized tank, I believe that's a 17 litre tank. And all in all, quite impressed with it. I was impressed with the standard TRK502. I think it was a much better bike than I was imagining it to be, given that it's Chinese owned, Chinese built. It did the job really well. It rode really well. Engine, you know, it's not got loads of grunt, but it's got plenty. It's got enough. It's got ample grunt. Good fueling, good bottom end, good mid range. Top end, it feels a bit strangled. But you know, it'll sit at 80, 85 as I found when I went over to Wales on the standard model. What I like about this X model is that you've got a bit more versatility with it. You've got the 19-inch front wheel, so you can put some knobblies on that, and I think it'd do some gentle green laning, some hard packed gravel type surfaces. Obviously, it's quite a heavy bike. It's 235 kilos on paper, which sounds a lot. And pushing and pulling it around, it does feel on par with sort of an F800 GS in terms of weight, which I suppose someone would want it lighter, and ideally it would be lighter. But the clincher really is that it's $5.5 grand. You know, you're getting a decent spec bike with quite a lot of presence to it for $5.5 grand. $5 grand if you get the demo, X demo. So yeah, just been out for it on a good long run along the lanes. Really impressed with the suspension, the way it absorbs and deals with bumps. Better brakes on the X version. Got new front calipers and a new rear caliper, which I think are a lot better than the standard 502. Powers, you know, again, bimbling along these back lanes or zipping along these back lanes. It's got more than enough off the bottom to get you up to speed quickly. It's a bit buzzy through the pegs, but it's only got 200 miles on it, so it's bound to be a bit tight. Not so sure on these crash bars, are a little bit dramatic. They stick out wider than the handlebars, which is, you know, maybe you could get them taken off, bit of an angle grinder along there and along there. But I like the little touches, as I say. You can take those the rubbers out. Centre stand is standard. This X model has got the upswept pipe on it, which is a nice touch. The rear shock is adjustable only for preload, so there's not a lot of adjustment there. The front has not got any adjustment at all, but it seems a really nice setup system actually, and I would say it rides better than a CB500X on the rough roads. That's the suspension on that Honda can be a bit basic, bit primitive when you start to get to choppier surfaces, and that 17-inch front wheel on the Honda does get out of shape quite quickly. Especially, I took one up around Scotland and on the NC500 it quickly gets out of shape. On those surfaces, I think this Benelli X with the bigger front wheel will just cope that bit better with the type of terrain you're going to be doing or encountering on an adventure bike. Comfortable riding position, comfortable seat, good clocks, good dials. You know, everything you need there. So all in all, impressed with it. Is there any negatives? I guess the weight's, you know, is always going to be a bit heavy for some people. It could do with being a bit lighter, but I guess that's a compensation for the $5.5 grand price tag. Something's got to give, really. I think the seat height's going to put some people off. I think the standard 502 is going to have a more appealable seat height at 880, 890 millimeters. It is a bit of a stretch down to the floor, but I mean, I managed all right at 5'10". The owner over there, are you happy with your bike, sir?
Yeah,
Yeah?
I know it's, as you say, a bit of a stretch to the floor, but...
You're a bit taller than me as well, aren't you?
Long legs ain't too bad.
Yeah. How many miles have you done on yours?
That's 630, I think.
Yeah. Are you happy with it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No problems whatsoever.
Yeah, so there you go. Worth a try.